closer. Psst. Hey, over.
Uh-oh, how unfortunate. Uh-oh, how unfortunate. I know how much you like to fight, so I'll add a new problem to your night. I know how much you like to fight, so I'll add a new problem to your night.
Well, it seems that your journey has ended. Very sorry about that. It was always going to end this way, of course. If it weren't by me, it would have just been by some other, terrible thing. Just, you could not imagine how terrible it would be. Just, I get scared thinking about it. I'm glad it's not me. It reminds me of a time I was speaking to my good friend Orville. We were sitting on a park bench watching the pigeons. I was on the left, he was on the... Oh, wait, was I on the right or left? Anyways, it doesn't matter. We were sitting on there watching the pigeons. And I said to Orville, "Friend, those birds are frozen." And he kind of looked at me like I lost my mind. But I reminded him that it was winter, and often birds will sit in a tree until they freeze. And then they sort of fall to the ground until the sun warms up and they can, move around again. So I said to Orville, "You might as well save those breadcrumbs until the birds thaw, because they can't very well enjoy them in the condition they're in." To which he asked what I meant, and asking what condition the crumbs should be in before he threw them to the birds, assuming that I meant the birds couldn't enjoy the breadcrumbs in the condition that the crumbs were in, when in fact I had meant the birds could not enjoy them in the condition that the birds were in, considering that the birds were frozen. So he took a moment and then threw his last handful onto the ground. I said to him, "Orville, why did you throw the breadcrumbs to the birds when I just told you they're frozen?" To which he responded, "The breadcrumbs are not frozen." Again, misunderstanding my words. I didn't mean to say that the breadcrumbs were frozen when I said I told you they're frozen. I'd been referring to the birds. In hindsight, what I should have said was, and this would make perfect sense, "Why did you throw the breadcrumbs to the birds when the birds are frozen?" He misunderstood upon my correction, stating that he didn't know what else to do with the breadcrumbs, and that perhaps, when the birds thawed, they'd still be able to eat the crumbs. So I said to Orville, and this is what I said to him, I said, "Orville, the birds may be dead."
私は同じ木の下に座っていた。朝の瞑想の時間だったからだ。それにしても、あの忌々しい鳥、決して忘れることはないだろう。あれはこの土地に固有のものだとは思えなかった。それは多分笑いカワセミだった。おい、ああいうものは迷惑千万だ。いくつかの石を投げると、それは正確に戻ってきた。次の日の朝、私はとても早く木に登り、笑いカワセミが目を覚まし、羽毛と葉の房をつけた。私は大きな笑いカワセミのように見えた。とても素晴らしかった。バカな鳥が来て私の横に止まっていたが、それだけで私は計画が終わったとは思っていなかった。私は実際に久々に馬小屋から集めていた紙を使ってアルパカの衣装を痛烈に作った。私は実際にはもともとかの窓の外でいくつかの厄介な音作りを計画していたが、その後彼は飲酒の谷に落ちた。そしてそれは私の誕生日のようだった。誰かここから降ろしてくれ。だからもちろん私は彼をトラックから引きずり出し、しばらくの間アルパカの糞で彼を巻き込んだ。とても楽しい。私は写真をオンラインで投稿したが、最初に友人に見せてもらう必要がある。誰にでもあんたの写真を見せることができる。そこにはたくさんの変人がいる。